Good afternoon, Scott Deaton with Deaton Group Realty. Hey, I want to tell you about the situation going on in real estate. You know, in Arkansas especially, appraisers are an integral part of the real estate transaction here. Anytime you're using a loan to buy a piece of property, the lender is going to require an appraisal be done by a licensed appraisal. Go out there and check the valuation of the house against the sales price of the transaction. Well, today I had an appraiser call me, and he just asked about gaining access to a listing that I have. And I asked him if he had access to Supra, which is our keyless entry system to get into houses, and he said no. And I said something about, well, can you also you have access to a centralized showing service, which is a showing service I use to schedule any type of appointments for my listings, whether it's buyer showings, inspections, appraisals, and so forth. And he said no, and I could see hear in his voice that he was starting to get irritated. And when I made a comment about, oh man, you ought to get into that, you ought to have that access to those electronic keys that we have, just makes it real easy. And that's when he started getting irritated. And even after I told him, I said, hey, I just need to call my seller to when you want to get over there, let them know to get it all scheduled. And he then started to complain about having to spend money to be able to access homes in order to do his job. And that's why he said he would not sign up for that software. Now, we as realtors, we don't have to use that software either, but most of us choose to because it makes it so convenient and easy for everybody involved. Listing agents, buyers agents, appraisers, inspectors, sellers. And it's just an easy process using today's technology. And it's an expense we have to pay for that to be able to do that. And when I suggested that to him, he got irate and actually hung up on me. And so I don't know when the appraisal is going to be scheduled. But really, what really concerned me was the fact that he made a comment that shouldn't be irritating appraisers like that, because then I might get a bad valuation on my transaction. So appraisers are a great group of people. They're an integral part of our real estate transactions here in the state of Arkansas. And most of them are professional, and they do the job that they need to do. They know the area, they know the houses, and they even have, most of them do have that, what's called that Supra E-key to be able to access the home. But unfortunately, this one today was a little behind the times and was not willing to even hear comments about being able to make it easier for our clients involved. Scott Deaton with Deaton Group Realty, just a little update on the appraisal situation here in the state.